First Academy was helpful in the sense that it laid out this, what we call the Holden Model.
The Holden Model is a framework that can be useful for youth and adults who are engaged in youth-led programming.
It's a framework for how youth-led programs can be evaluated. The Youth Empowerment Conceptual Framework, or the Holden Model, is kind of like a story. When we first watch a movie or we read a book, we like to know the setting. Your ecological context is the setting in which your program sits. Now, some groups are designed to provide a space for youth who are making positive choices, and they want to keep that a safe space. Okay, others are more inclusive. The thing is, there's no right or wrong answer as long as you tell us what you're doing and you're being responsive to your community needs and what your needs assessments are telling you. After the setting, when we're reading a story, what do we need to know about? Characters, yes. The first characters and foremost are the youth. What type of youth are you recruiting in? What is your recruitment strategy? What is your group for? Who are the other characters that we need to be concerned with in youth-led programming? The adults, yeah, the coordinators. When we're asked about our programs, a lot of youth workers respond, it's the youth who do everything. I just unlock the door and I let the youth do it. Is that really what we do? This legitimizes why you're in your budget. I'm telling you right now, we need to have strong adults. They create the environment that allows you to be active in their decision-making. But you're not the only adult. I mean, you have the coordinator, but you also have the parents, you have the agencies, you have your state support. Put structure in place so that youth can have these experiences that are empowering them to make community change. So we got, the setting, we have the characters, the youth and the adults. The three elements of a story, setting, characters, and begins with a P, plot. Yeah, we need the plot. You really need to think about that group structure, how it's structured, what structure you provide, and what your responsibilities are as the adult, and what youth need to contribute to that structure in order to make it work. The other piece is the piece over here, and that's group climate. We as adults, because we're the adults in the situation, have a direct responsibility to make sure that our group has some cohesion, that they're resilient when things aren't going well, that there's some sense of collective efficacy, that yeah, we can do this, we can be empowered, that supporting structure, and also outcome efficacy. We're here for a reason. So youth need to have a voice in those pieces, but some of it up here is what we need to set up as adults to allow that environment to be healthy for youth to work in. When we get down to the middle, we have this idea of collective participation, and this part of the plot is actually what we do. Are we doing something collectively to make change in our community? So you need to decide what it is you're doing and how you can best communicate that. Collective participation is really important when we think about youth-led work, because if we don't have outcomes at the individual and group level, we can't expect that our young people will be empowered to make change at the community level. I think we do need to pre-shadow here where we're getting to on day 2. If I join this youth-led program, what changes do I see happen? How do you want that group to change? But this middle piece here, community change, that's where we hope as adult leaders we've set up this structure where we've empowered youth to go through the data, pick the issue that means something to them as a group, and then come up with a strategic plan that has outcomes for how they can impact change in their community.